Chapter 2. Pimp of the Year. In Colombia, Burundanga gangs use blowguns to shoot scopolamine powder into victims' faces from across the bar. Insight Crime Report. Touchdown in San Jose, Halloween 2025. The plane slammed the tarmac like a drunk uncle at a wedding, and my nuts got the first hello from Costa Rica. Demons in my head woke up, stretched, cracked their knuckles. What could go wrong? We taxied forever, like the pilot was lost in the airport parking lot. Finally, the door opens. Humidity slaps me in the face like a wet towel in a sauna. I step out, and the air tastes like mango and exhaust. Pura vida? Customs line snakes longer than the DMV. Guy in front of me has a live parrot on his shoulder. Bird looks bored like it's done this before. Officer stamps my passport, unsmiling. Welcome to paradise, gringo. I grab my bag, dripping with swag. With my white fur coat and my sunglasses on, I look like I'm either famous or blind. Step outside. Heat hits again, but now with ocean salt. Taxis honking like they're in a bad mariachi band. A kid tries to sell me gum. Another offers to carry my bag for $1. I give him $5. He calls me Papa. Damn, I feel old. I'd been here before. La Fortuna. Zip-lining over jungles, mist rolling off a renal volcano like God's own smoke machine, toucans screaming overhead while you flew between platforms 200 feet up. Waterfalls that looked like heaven was taking a shower. Manuel Antonio National Park. Monkeys dropping out of the trees like little drunk acrobats. Jungle kissing the beach so hard you couldn't tell where one ended and the other began. The kind of beauty that makes you believe in God. I was pumped. Rod was waiting in arrivals. He flashes his upper right canine gold tooth like a sniper's scope catching sunlight. Glints once. There he is, the legend himself. Tall, black, built like a retired linebacker gone slightly to seed. Gold chain, fake Rolex, cologne strong enough to strip paint. For 1 second, I saw how shady he was. The next second, I was blind again. My gut said run. My dick said party. Guess which one won? We piled into a rattling taxi for hire and endured 2 hours of switchbacks through jungle, so thick the vines looked like nature's prison bars. Kids kicking deflated soccer balls barefoot on the roadside. Stray dogs with ribs showing, watching us like they knew something we didn't. Closer to the coast, the air turned salty, sticky, tasting of sin and something faintly rotten underneath. Something told me that I was in for a different kind of vacation this time. And then Hako appeared. Costa Rica had changed. The paint is peeling. The smiles are practiced. The Pura Vida feels like a slogan someone's trying to sell you along with a timeshare. The locals watch you like inventory. Phone, watch, wallet, dignity. Rod slapped my back too hard. Welcome to paradise, hermano. I wanted to believe him. Needed to believe him. Because the truth was uglier. Hako was a tourist trap dressed in flip-flops and a bad attitude. The poverty was hitting hard, evidently. Bars that smell like broken dreams and bleach. Where the beer is warm and the fights are free. I'd seen the reviews, heard the horror stories, but I'm the juice, baby. In my head, I gave myself a rundown of my top delusional accomplishments. I was the only man in history that actually remembers when he was born. The doctor fainted when she cut the cord, and I handed her the scissors back. A second doctor grabbed me and yelled, "Congratulations, it's a hustler." In 5th grade, I invented TikTok before it was cool, sold it to the Chinese for a bag of Takis and a lifetime supply of Pop Rocks. Rod interrupted my personal playlist I always repeated to myself when I was actually slightly nervous. "Yo, what you thinking about, bro?" "Nothing, just reminiscing." So where was I? Oh yeah, I led my high school football and basketball teams to state championships and dated the head cheerleader. I was only in 7th grade. I made the Guinness Book of World Records so many times they gave me a lifetime membership. I got so many exes they formed their own support group. Women who can't stop having my damn kids. I once entered a humility contest and won that shit too. So all that being said, There were only two things Hako could do to me. First of all, nothing. And B, like it. After sufficiently pumping up my own ego with these thoughts, I shifted my focus to this fucker Rod. What was his deal? Rod looked like he'd been assembled from spare parts in a back-alley chop shop, teeth too white, skin too shiny, stories too smooth. His laugh came out like a hyena that learned English from infomercials, loud and fake. The kind of cat who probably secretly went through your medicine cabinet whenever he went to the bathroom at your crib and shouted too loud at the screen whenever he went to the movies. He talked like a man who'd never met a lie he couldn't stretch into a lifestyle. Every sentence ended with bro or hermano like punctuation. He walked like he was permanently casing the room for exits or cops. Every red flag was waving so hard it could have powered a wind farm. But I needed the party. I needed the fantasy. I needed to feel alive one more time before the knees gave out and the mirror started telling the truth. So I lied to myself the way only an addict can. He's all right. He's good, even though he's from the hood. It's good to be around street dudes. They funny and nobody fucks with you. I wanted the fantasy so bad I could taste it. You know, the kind of trouble that makes you feel alive. So I smiled back. Show me the real Hako, brother. The hotel squatted on the beach like a drunk who forgot how to leave the party. Paint peeling, bar stinking of stale smoke and spilled dreams. Rod produced a bottle of whiskey at the table with a magician's flourish. Chasers? It wasn't a question. I stared at the whiskey. The scent crawled up my nostrils, sweet, treacherous, impossible to ignore. Mom's voice flickered, soft but clear. Mijo, bend. Don't break. You know that voice saying, one drink won't hurt? Yeah, mine was throwing a parade. Let's go. I lifted the glass. The burn hit my tongue, familiar and vicious. 8 years sober. The whispers answered with a low, satisfied laugh that vibrated in my bones. Welcome back, old friend. Rod must have noticed my internal dialogue. How many you plan on getting tonight, Juice? I smiled. Don't know, I ain't got loaded in 8 years. What the fuck? Shit, if I haven't got fucked up in 8 years, I'd be getting a basketball team's worth. I squinted at him, catching on to was he hinting at. Knowing you, Juice, I bet you're going for a baseball team tonight? Rod smiled as he poured 2 shots. Shit, that ain't shit. I'm the Juice. I'ma buy a whole golf course tonight, homie. Rod cocked his head to the side at me. Golf? Yeah, man. 18 holes. He laughed savagely, but I interrupted him, keeping it a buck. I'm just joking, man. Maybe when I was younger I could have taken on that challenge, not now. But these days, I'd settle for a putt-putt course. Don't tell me you're thinking about hanging up the cleats. You gonna hang up your player jersey in the rafters? Hell no, my brother, I brought my Pimp of the Year fur coat with me. But I am getting older now. What's that supposed to mean? It means I'm getting to the point in life where I just want to find... He interrupted me. What? You want to get married? He was giggling like a kid. Let me finish, will ya? He nodded. All right, so... I was saying I'm getting to that point in my life where I just want to find 3 girls I love and settle down. He howled. That's my nigga right here! And just like that, the night cracked wide open, straight out of sobriety, and into the worst night of my whole fucking life.